These student loans, like the calls, are really making me regret ever going to college, considering I'm not even doing anything in my degree. But like these calls are just a reminder that I'm like, first of all, doing nothing with my life. Second of all, broke as shit. And yes, I hee hee ha ha about it here, but like it's literally not a joke. It's like embarrassing and it's like the most stressful thing. And I never want to be the person that's like driven by money. Like that's not me, but like sometimes I wish I was so I wouldn't be in the position I am in. And like dealing with these calls and having to basically say my situation, like I literally cannot pay off an amount on these damn student loans. And then the fact that they're so relentless. They call every person in my family. They call people not related to me, but like associated with me. And I don't even know how they. It's just crazy. And it's like, I hate it. It's like you're coming at me for my own little debt when this country's in debt. Like, it's so frustrating. And it gets me so angry. And literally, it's like, I avoid these calls at all times. They send me into full-on panic attacks. But then sometimes I just have to make the call because they're calling everyone else in my life. And it's so frustrating. And yes, maybe I did it to myself. Maybe I should be smarter about money. Maybe I should just take on any job that like will pay me, and I'm luckily finally starting a job, but it's not what I want to be doing. Not using my degree. It's another serving job. It's fucking working at Hooters at 28 years old, living back at home. It's like, and then it's moments like these that make me question whether anything I want to do in life is going to happen, like at this stage, because it's so annoying. And I just had to vent because fuck it all.
Just found out that my estimated student loan debt payoff is in the year 2049. 2049. 2049.
Not me entering my final stage of full-blown crash out. I'm literally crashing out. I was so excited for tonight. Oh my god, I'm so worked up. I was gonna get dressed up. I mean, I still am. I'm definitely getting a martini now. Last week, I fucking hate student loans. Last month, I set up auto pay because I don't want to forget. I don't like being late. You can never get on the phone with these stupid student loan people. And I log on today because I have to get my fucking tax documents. Fuck my life. Life never ends. I'm like, oh my god, it says my payment's late. And I'm like, how does that even make sense? I set up auto pay last month with my card and my bank and all the stupid information. And then I call them today and they're like, it's going to be a 3-hour and 50-minute wait time. And then I'm trying to have dad help me. And I'm like, what did you guys have me set up auto pay for that if my payments are now late? And I'm like, I'm not crashing out over Mohila. You're ugly. I don't have time for this. I'm crying over a fucking stupid student loan.
Since we're going to have to start paying student loans back, I think we should all be watching each other's videos as much as we can and just let it play because, like, help us out. Help us out. Anyways, I find it so funny that this administration is pushing so hard. And you can kind of tell that each policy this administration is put into place, it's like one step closer to trying to break the individual, to break the citizen, and they're trying to see how far they can push it. And for some people, it's going to get that far, especially if you start talking about garnishing wages, because you have to think about it. A lot of people already, the amount that they make, even with a bachelor's degree, because let's be for real, the way a bachelor's degree is starting to be seen in society, it's like a high school diploma. Companies are not valuing it as much as they used to, even though it's still a lot of money and work that gets put into it. And so they still think they could pay people pennies on the dollar and think that they can survive off of it and have wiggle room to pay off student loans that got them that minimum wage job. And while we're giving all these big loans and lump sums to corporations and companies, we're going to put all of our attention on trying to extract the money back from people from student loans. There's so many other places to get that money, but they won't do that because they're definitely trying to go towards the haves and the have-nots. They're trying to break people. They really are. You either have money or you don't at this point. And it's very sad to see. So hopefully y'all watch this because, yeah, I gotta pay off at least one of my loans. I just try really hard not to crash out on weeknights, but this has made a permanent lump in my throat. I've officially been impacted by Trump's presidency today. Guess what happened? My student loan payment has been on an income-driven repayment plan, meaning that based on my income, they've decided what payment I can afford, and I agree with it. And then today I logged in for recertification, and they told me that my payment is actually going to be $950 more. It's not even a joke. Each month. Because the income-driven repayment plans are blocked and everybody's going on standardized repayment. I called my loan servicer and I was like, hey, that's not gonna work. And he was like, yeah, actually every other call I've taken today has been people saying the same thing, and we're just encouraging folks to go into deferment. I was like, okay, well, that's what we're doing.
We have some big news right now. Beginning May 5th, the Trump administration is going to start collecting on student loans that are currently in debt, ending a Biden-era policy that postponed collection on debt for student loans because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Right now, about 5.3 trillion Americans, borrowers, are currently in default on their student loans. And while through the Treasury Department's offset program, you're about to get a notice that within 30 days of May 5th, you're going to have to pay up. And if you don't, well, the federal government's going to garnish your wages if you're a federal employee. The federal government's going to garnish your wages from your tax returns. And it's going to go after your other benefits if that's not enough. And then it could send your loans into collections and have debt collectors coming after you and impact your credit score and more. This is starting on May 5th. They're collecting on all outstanding defaulted student loan debt. So if you are one of the 5.3 million Americans, get ready because you're about to get a notice on May 5th. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on what this all means for you on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free. And follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come very.
I'm not paying back my student loans. I do not care. Oh, but what about your credit score? What am I going to do with a good credit score? Buy a house on starvation wages? Buy a car I can't afford to insure? I'm not paying them back. I don't give a shit about my credit score. Oh, they're going to garnish your wages. Most of us are underemployed. If they start taking additional money out of my paycheck, I just won't work. My life will not get worse. I'm not going to have the money anyway, so you can't garnish what isn't there. I grew up in a far-right, conservative, hardcore Republican family, and since like kindergarten, I have been conditioned to believe that if I did not go to college, I would not be successful. I was told that if I locked in, got great grades in high school, got into college, focused, and got my degree, that I would have a life similar to the life my parents had, where my dad worked one job for like 35 years, was able to buy a house and go on vacation and support his family. That doesn't exist anymore. There's no jobs out there with pension plans. There's no jobs out there that let people my age just like buy a house. So what was all that work for? Generations of Americans have been told that if they went to college and they did the right thing, took out these loans, that it would be worth it. And most of us are finding out it's not even remotely close to worth it. You're telling me these millionaires and billionaires were able to get these PPE loans forgiven that they took out during the pandemic for millions of dollars, but I have 30 grand in college debt left and I'm refusing to pay it back, and now I'm the problem?
They can't garnish this cash. They're going to have to come get it back in blood. Take your money out the bank. Take your money out the bank. When you go to work tomorrow, turn off direct deposit. Opt for a paper check. And you better take it to Food Line every 2 weeks. Take your check to Food Line every 2 weeks and pay the 2% check cashing fee. We down bad. We down bad, y'all. We down bad. We got to do what we can do. Oh, my God. Oh. They done got us. They done got us. This time, y'all woke me up. Everything else was a joke, but this here, You got me this.
Education department is warning that if we don't pay back our student loans, that our wages are going to start being garnished. I thought y'all were supposed to be somewhere not existing. When they dismantled the education department, they also dismantled my $56,000 in student loans that I owe, okay? And the thing is, I shouldn't even owe those loans. I should not even owe those loans. For half my college career, I was literally a homeless student. And their solution was, here are more predatory loans so you can get a degree and go work in public service. Oh my God, why do you want it to be free? You should just went into a trade. It wasn't offered to me. It was not offered to me. I would have loved to have gone into a trade and been an electrician and not had student loan debt, but I did what I needed to do. I was 17 years old. You gave a 17-year-old $30,000 in student loans, and now I'm supposed to pay it back? The education department was dismantled. So why are my student loans not dismantled? Talking about garnishing wages. 5 million people, y'all out y'all